So I know this right here is -1. This is -1, so that's going to give me +1. If I have I to the 5th, that means I've really got like I to the 4th times another I. So we're just going to have I because that's one I. I to the 6th would be I to the 4th times I squared, so we're going to get -1. I to the 7th would be I to the 4th times I cubed. And so that's going to give me -I. And then I to the 8th would be I to the 4th times I to the 4th, which is 1. There's a pattern that goes on when we simplify powers of I. So what you really need to know is we're going to take whatever your exponent is and divide by 4. When you divide your exponent by 4, if your remainder is, if you get 0, so if you get a number 0.0, then it's 1. If you get a number 0.25, it's going to be I. If you get a number 0.5, it's going to be -1. If you have a number 0.75, it is -I. Oops. So if you know all of that, it makes the rest easy. So for example, if I take 12 divided by 4, is going to give me 3. So I don't have a remainder, so I know it's going to be 1. I have I to the 15th. I'm going to take my exponent and divide by 4. That gives me 3.75. So I get -I. If I have I21, that's going to give me 21 divided by 4 is 5.25. So my range is going to be I. And then if I30, that's 30 divided by 4, 0.5, 7.5. So that's going to give me -1. So if you memorize this, you don't have to sit here and continually do the pattern until you can figure it out. Okay, we're going to simplify these. We're going to kind of review how to split or simplify radicals. We want our answer to be in standard form. So if I have square root of -50, I think about my perfect squares. You can split this into square root -1, square root 50 can be 25 and 2. So I'm going to have square root of 25 is 5. Square root of -1 is I, and I just bring down the square root of 2. I don't have a real part, so I'm just going to put 0 plus, and I have simplified it. This is review from Algebra 1. So you just you find the biggest perfect square that goes into 50. In this case, it would be 25. So for number 2, I got square root of -12. I have a -1 for the negative part. 12, the biggest square, perfect square that can go into it is 4. And it's going to be 4 times 3 gives me 12. Square root of 4 is 2. I from the -1. And then I just drop the square root of 3 down. I'm going to have 0 plus because I want in my standard form and I don't have a real part. For 3, it's got the negative square root of -18. So I'm going to bring down my negative. Square root, I have -1. The biggest perfect square that goes into 18 is 9. So I want something that squares roots nicely, and it's going to be 9 times 2.